Hey there folks, John here with Through My Lens, and today I'm coming to you with another knife-related video. Today I'm going to be giving you my thoughts on the newly released Shirogorov Hati. So I've been saying for several months now that a new version of the Shirogorov Hati was expected to be released in 2021, and Shirogorov has finally released the new Hati, officially just a few days ago at the Arsenal Moscow 2021 knife show. Now Vlad let me see if I can get this correctly. Pinchenko, I hope I didn't murder that, shared both official photos of the knife as well as video footage he recorded at the show in the Shirogorov Marketplace group, where he's an admin, on Facebook. So I'll be sharing those official photos used with his permission in this video, as well as my thoughts on the new Hati. Now, as of this recording, I'm not exactly sure what the name of the new version of the Hati will be. Now, the new F3 released earlier this year was the F3 NS, and the new F95 is called the F95 RNL. So I'm expecting the new version will have a more descriptive name than just Hati or even Hati R like the previous version that I have here. But based on the photos, there appears to be 3 different variations of the new Hati. All have a marbled carbon fiber front scale, which looks to my eye, it looks a lot like dark matter carbon fiber from fat carbon. But I've not seen any official confirmation on that. However, they did use carbon fiber inlays from fat carbon recently on the F95 RNL. So they do have at least a precedent of using that material in their knives. Now, the first variation appears to be dark matter black. The second appears to be dark matter blue. And the third could be dark matter yellow, but I think it's actually dark matter gold. The difference being that dark matter gold will be more sparkly in appearance. Now, each of the 3 variants will also feature an inlay on the clip side, which matches the front scale. Now, let me first say that all 3 variants look fantastic, which is really kind of in stark contrast to the previous 2021 new releases we've seen with the F3 NS. The blue version, which I have here, really was the runaway favorite of the 3 or 4 variants that I saw of that model. I know they had a purple one and a bronze one, and I think I've seen just a plain black one, but really most folks liked this version. Now, with the F95 RNL, I think there were 4 or 5 variants of that model, and the Arctic Storm variant, which you see here, was quite well received, but some of the other variants like the Jungle Green and Mars Valley were only kind of lukewarm in reception. But the new Hati, I really do think all 3 versions will be in extremely high demand. For me, as much as I like the blue dark matter version, I really already have 2 Shiros with a blue carbon fiber in my collection, so I'll probably gravitate toward either the black or the gold dark matter versions first. The gold in particular looks quite unique and gorgeous in my opinion. Which one I get may really depend on which one is released first to Recon 1 here in the US. And it's not inconceivable that I would get more than one Hati version. In fact, I could easily see me getting all 3. That's how much I like what I'm seeing in the photos. Which will be tough, given that I'm guessing that these will retail for about $1,000 each. I've not yet seen any official pricing as of this recording. Now, don't get excited about the fact that you're seeing blade steel markings in these photos showing Vanex 37. Now, I'd love it if the new Hati were released with Vanex 37, or I think some people call it Vanex Super Clean or something like that. But, it's quite likely that the production versions will be released in the US with, good old M390. To be honest, I'm a little bored of M390, and from what I've heard from those who do knife steel testing, Shiro's heat treat on M390 isn't great. It's not bad, it's just not great. Now, about the only thing that I'm seeing that would be a negative in this new release is that the new Hati appears to have the same thickness between the scales as the F95 RNL. It uses what appears to be a very similar backspacer, and again, between the scales, it appears to be about the same. One of the things that I really like about the Hati R that I have is that it's a bit thinner and lighter than my F3s and my F95. Again, I won't know for sure until I hold them in my hand, but the pictures do look, again, to my eye, like the new Hati is a bit chunkier than my old Hati R. Now, it also appears to my eye that the new 2021 Hati is using the same pivot used in the older Hati, which is a surprise given that both of the F3NS and the F95 RNL released earlier this year are using a new larger diameter pivot. You can see, in all with these three knives next to each other, that the Hati R pivot, given that this is an older model, is smaller in diameter than either the F95 or the F3NS next to it. Again, I could be wrong. I don't really see this as a positive or a negative. I just find it interesting. Now, the clip side of the new Hati appears to be almost identical to that of the F95 RNL, with the exception that I'm sure it doesn't have the fine mill lines that you'll find here on the RNL up in the upper portion and in the lower portion down here. Now, the Hati R before it, again, was pretty much the same way. The clip side looks pretty identical to many versions of the F95. But, I thought it would be nice if they did a little something unique for the new Hati to kind of differentiate it a little bit more. Overall, though, I am really excited. The new Hati is using pretty cutting-edge materials, pun intended, like the dark matter carbon fiber. And it's proving that Shiro is willing to, still try new things and still try to be out front in these things. I know there's a lot of third-party folks that are using dark matter carbon fiber to make third-party scales for many different brands and models of knives. So it's great to see Shiro, as a tier 1 manufacturer using it as a stock material for some of their knives. I'm guessing we'll see these come in as new arrivals at Recon 1 maybe as soon as the next 30 days. Or Shiro might wait until Blade Show to release this new model in the US. Again, very hard to say. I will miss the old Alutech scales and the old Hati, as not too many makers are using them. But again, dark matter scales are really hot right now, so I think this is a good direction for Shiro to be going into. Let me know in the comments what you think of the new 2021 Hati and which version you think you'll like the best. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Take care, God bless. We'll see you in the next one.
I hope you've enjoyed this production from the Through My Lens YouTube channel. If you did, please click on the like button and do share the video on social media. If you'd like to see more content like it, please do subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and do check out Through My Lens at www.throughmylens.org.